Hi everyone! So sorry I couldn't be there, but this should be still a really good class and I hope you guys are feeling relaxed and ready to enjoy the nice hot dungeon yoga. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. Get comfortably seated wherever you're at. Let's take note of which direction your legs are, so like which foot is in front of the other. Just take a mental note of it. And then go ahead and rest your hands on your knees, sitting nice and tall. Let's just start to take some deep breaths. Just becoming aware of our breath and kind of letting our minds settle into the class. Let's start to add some movement to our breath. So on your exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder, putting that left hand down for a deeper stretch. And if you would like an even deeper stretch, you can take those right fingertips, rest them on your head. That'll kind of just add some pressure to give a really nice stretch along your left side. Go ahead and relax your hands back to your knees, bringing your head forward. And exhale your left ear to your left shoulder. Putting the right hand down. Optional, putting that left hand, resting it on your head. On your exhale, go ahead and drop your hand back down to your knees. Bring that head forward and exhale, drop your head back. Good, exposing your throat to the ceiling. Inhale, come forward and exhale, chin to chest. Check in with your spines. Make sure you're still sitting nice and tall. Good. Let's start to roll our heads from side to side. Reach your ears to your shoulders. Good. Whenever you're ready, bring that head back to center. Let's take a few more deep breaths here before we go into our sun salutations. All right. Really, I just had to put my hair up. All right, let's tuck those toes, getting into downward dog, and then kind of moving around here, getting comfortable. The first downward dog is always a little more stiff, so giving your body some grace and some movement to get comfortable. All right, and we'll bring your eyes to your fingertips, and on your exhale, step or jump, forward fold. Good. Hanging in ragdoll if you'd like. Arms go out to a T, reverse swan dive all the way up on those tiptoes. Exhale, release your heels, arching your spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bending your knees till you can plant your hands, step or jump, high plank. And exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale into cobra. Always knowing you have options here. Dropping down to sphinx or lifting up to upward dog. All right, wherever you're at, let's go ahead and move back to downward dog. Second time through, inhale, lift your eyes. Exhale, step or jump, forward fold. Arms come out to a T, reverse swan dive all the way to the tiptoes. Reach. And exhale, release your heels, baby back bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bending your knees till you can plant your hands. Step or jump, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back to downward dog. Last time through. We'll pick up the pace here with our breath. Don't mind Brutus. Inhale, lift your eyes. Exhale, step or jump, forward fold. Arms come out to a T, reverse swan dive all the way to your tiptoes. Exhale, release your heels, arching your spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale, flat back, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Planting your hands, step or jump, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhaling into cobra. All right, this time we'll go back into our child's pose. Knees apart, toes together, reaching your glutes towards your heels. So this is our resting pose for the class. So no matter what I'm doing on my mat, you can always come down to child's pose if you just want to reset your breath or gather your thoughts. It's always here for you. So go ahead and just take several deep breaths here. We'll hold this for quite a while. So just get comfortable, feeling all four corners of your palms on the mat. If you guys would like to hold longer, go ahead and just pause the video. But if you are ready to move on, let's go ahead and bring ourselves into that tabletop pose. Good, and we're just going to go right into downward dog here. Good, on your inhale, bring your right heel high, three-leg dog. Exhale, dropping your back heel towards your left glute, so stacking your hips. Inhale, lift, and exhale, send that all the way through for a low runner's lunge. So we're actually going to stay with our feet in this lunge position, and we're just going to straighten our leg and see if you can kind of keep your fingertips on the mat. If not, go ahead and use your shin for support. Good, so you should feel a nice stretch along the back of your right leg. Good, and we're gonna do a standing split here, so go ahead, kind of bring those fingertips forward and just gently bring that left heel as high as you can go while keeping your hips squared. So you'll notice that my leg doesn't go that high. All right, as you exhale, go ahead and drop that back toe. Good. And let's drop into warrior one. Inhale, lift up high. Good. Exhale, opening to warrior two. Eyes towards your front fingertips. Good. Dropping your hands and interlacing your fingers behind your lower back, and then bringing your shoulder blades together. We're going to bring this right shoulder to your right knee. So this is humble warrior. So if you're comfortable here, or maybe a little uncomfortable, you can stay here. Or if you want to go a little further, you can take your fist and bring it towards the ceiling, opening your heart even further. Keep breathing. And if your fists are towards the ceiling, go ahead and relax your shoulders and then bring yourself all the way back to warrior two. Nice job. All right, and we can cartwheel those hands forward and down, so we're back in our low runner's lunge. Sending the right foot back to meet the left and moving through your vinyasa to meet in down dog. All right, let's bring now that left heel high, three-leg dog. Exhale, sending it all the way through next to your left hand. Oops, I forgot. Let's go ahead. Sorry, guys. Don't listen to me. Let's open your hips to the side. Good. So left heel is to right glute. Sorry if that threw you off a little bit. My bad. All right, go ahead and bring it back to center. Now we can send it through to a low runner's lunge. Good, holding here. And we're just gonna try to straighten that left leg and get that stretch using your fingertips or your shins. All right, let's start to put a bend in that knee. Walk your fingertips forward. Lift that left heel towards the ceiling, three-leg dog. And trying to keep your toes pointed towards the mat will help you keep your hips squared.
let's gently put a bend in that knee. Find the mat again. Prepping for warrior one. And inhale, lift. Exhale, warrior two. Dropping your hands, interlacing your fingers for humble warrior. So really bring those shoulder blades together, and we'll drop the left shoulder to the right knee. Brutus, no, come here, lay down. Good. If your hands are towards the ceiling, go ahead and relax them and bring yourself back into warrior two. And we can cartwheel forward, bringing that left foot back to meet the right, moving through your vinyasa to meet in down dog. Nice job. All right, we're gonna go ahead and walk ourselves into a forward fold. Good, and just let yourself hang here for a few breaths. And then one vertebrae at a time. Start to bring yourself to stand. All right, let's do some half moons. Sorry if I'm gonna move back a little bit so you guys can see my top of my head. You might not be able to see my hands, but that's okay. Go ahead and take a deep bend in your knees. Inhale, arms come up. And we're gonna grab the left wrist with the right hand and then lean to the side, pulling that shoulder. Good. And go ahead and lift to center, switch. So left hand wraps around right wrist and lean to the left. And bring it to the center. Go ahead and drop your arms. Bring your arms back up. And then exhale, we're gonna turn to the right. So the trick here, so my arms are at a T to the right side of the room, but my hips are forward. So the goal is to try to keep that right hip from going back like that. Gotta keep it forward. All right, go ahead and come forward, arms come up, and exhale, twist to the left. Good, trying to get that left hip forward. And go ahead and bring the arms up, and let's just sit down into a chair. Good, so chest is forward, all the weight should be in your heels, so you can like wiggle your toes a little bit. Good, so we're not going to do any add-ons for chair, we're just getting those legs engaged. Go ahead and lift up, And release your hands. Let's go for a tree pose. So let's start on the left side, feeling all four corners of your foot touching the mat. Nice and light on the right side. I like to start with my toe touching the mat and focus first on getting my right knee pointing towards the right wall. And then as you feel comfortable, you can move higher on your leg. Just avoid the knee. So we don't want to put any pressure on our knees. You want to bring those arms up high and let them go wide. Sometimes it can add to the challenge and sometimes it can take away from the challenge. I think sometimes you can use your arms to help you balance. All right, let's go ahead and exhale, release that leg. Shake it out a little bit. Onto the right side. Feeling all four corners of your foot touching the mat. Bringing that left toe up. Focus first on opening your hips. So you want that right knee pointing towards the right wall. And then as you feel balanced, you can start to work your foot up your leg. But take your time. You can always leave it down by the mat. All right, let's bring those arms up high and exhale them wide. All right, go ahead and relax that leg. Nice job. Shake it out. All right, deep bend in your knees. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. And we're going to heel toe your feet a little wider than hip width apart. Good. And from here, you can use your fingertips for support. But we're going to drop that glute back and you can adjust a little bit. Okay, so now I'm in frog pose. You want your feet flat on the mat. So you'll notice that my feet are kind of like pointed out like this. The goal is to have them parallel. So the goal is to have them like this, but my hips don't want to do that. This is the best I can do. Maybe I have the wall so I can support, but that's my goal. But for now, my feet are wide. The goal is you want your feet flat is the whole thing. So if they are out like this, that's okay. Just kind of know in your head, the goal is to have them parallel to each other. But wherever you're at, go ahead and use your forearms to kind of open up your hips further. Sit tall and breathe. And if your hips are on fire, so are mine. We're going to keep holding. All right, so I want you guys to try to experiment with something. I want you to plant your hands on the ground and just kind of lift up on to your toes. And so you're resting your knees on your elbows like this. And just kind of get the feeling. So I'll show you what it looks like, what the goal, why we're playing with this. So when you're in square and you lift up on your toes, my knees are resting on my forearms. And then you can kind of play with crow pose. Woo, yeah. So that's crow pose. So if you want to try to lift your toes off the mat, you can. If you're like, nah, I'm good here. Just something to play with. Good. Okay. Go ahead and plant your hands on the mat. Lift those glutes back towards the ceiling and let yourself kind of hang in this wide forward fold. No, go back, lay down. Alright, so I'm just hanging in ragdoll, giving my legs a break. Alright, plant your hands, heel toe your feet all the way back together, and then walk out into your downward dog. Good. And let's go ahead and drop your knees wide, toes a touch for one more child's pose. Walking yourself all the way up. We can just move on to our sits bones. So we're gonna do one more pose before we start to cool down. So we kind of been working a lot with our hips today. So we're gonna do cow facing pose. So I want you to sit with your knees at a 45-degree angle in front of you. And then we're gonna bring your, okay. Bruce, get out. Out, 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 out. Okay, I'm back. We are gonna sit with your legs at a 45-degree angle in front of you. We're gonna bring your left heel to your right glute. And then I want you to try to like center that knee. And then you can bring the right foot and bring it all the way over. Now the goal is to stack your knees. So you should feel quite a lot of tension in this right hip. And you can try to get it as much as you can. And then just sit tall and kind of let that tension sink into your hips. This is a really great thing to do. Honestly, I should probably be doing it daily, especially if you have a day that you're sitting in a desk or a chair for a long period of time. This is a really great pose to kind of wake up your hips and give them a good stretch. Let's just breathe here. Untangle your legs, shake them out a little bit, and then we'll put that 45 bend back in our knee. Left foot now goes to right. Nope, we just did not, my bad. Right heel goes to left. Center that knee, and then try to get that left foot as far over as you can. Ugh. Stacking those knees, and sit tall. So this is called cow facing pose. Not sure why, but it is.
Let's untangle our legs here, uncross them, shake them out. Good job.
Okay. Moving back. So you have room to fall back on your mat, palms facing up. And let's go ahead and skip boat pose today. So we're just gonna go straight on back until we're flat on our mat. But I want you to take very purposeful, slow movements as you go down. And we can bring our knees at a 90-degree angle in the air, and we're gonna do a supine pigeon. So bring that right foot towards the ceiling, crossing it over your left leg. Good, and if you have enough hip tension here and you wanna stop, you can. If you wanna loop your arms through, grabbing the back of your hamstring, pulling closer. This will help just create a little more tension there. Go ahead and undo that. Bicycle your legs out a little bit. Bring them back to that 90-degree angle. Left leg goes up and over. Good. Pulling closer if you'd like. On your exhale, let's uncross the legs and bicycle them out a little bit, and you can let them lay flat. Bringing your right knee close to your chest and hugging near you. Letting it fall a little bit to the outer edge of your body so you can get that deeper pull. And relax here. Knowing that we are in our cool down now. So you can start to kind of let your breath even itself out. Maybe you want to close your eyes here. Bring your arms up to a T. Cross the right knee to the left side body. Keeping your eyes towards your right hand. You can stack your knees too. That will take some pressure off your back if you have any pain. Alright, let's bring that knee back to center. Give it another hug towards you. And switch out for your left knee, letting that right leg go flat. pull it close. Arms go out to a T. Left knee goes to right side body. Eyes towards your left hand. Go ahead and bring that knee up to your, back to your chest. Give it one more hug towards you. And bringing the right knee up to meet the left. Grabbing the insides or the outsides of your feet for happy baby. Rocking back and forth. Straightening your legs. You can really do whatever feels right here. Let's bring those feet and knees together in your center body and let them find the mat for final Savasana, corpse pose. And so let your toes fall out, palms face up. Start to let go of your breath. Trust that your body knows what to do. And just let yourself fall into this. At this point in the video, you would like to pause so you can stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like. Go ahead. Whenever you're done, go ahead and lift that right arm above your head. Roll onto your side, using that bicep as a pillow. Using your left hand, you can bring yourself back to a seated pose. And take a few deep breaths. So big inhale. And an open mouth exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will be back Tuesday, and I look forward to seeing you all.